If you frequently struggle to get out of bed early, energized, or feeling that you don't just want to get after it, I'm here to help you because in my youth, I used to sleep in so many days in late, like 12 p.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and I was always so groggy and I was so pissed off at myself that I slept in so late and I felt like my days had just gone by because I decided to sleep in late. I was irritated, I was moody, I did not feel rest. I did not feel that I had rested, although I had slept like 10 hours or plus. But as the years went by, as I started to optimize my ways of life, I started to go on self-improvement and all of these things. And I've noticed these very simplistic things, not to go in detail like Andrew Huberman or these different neurology or psychology professors, like not at all. But I've noticed that these very simple things, not only do they make me feel energized, focused, but it wouldn't matter if I were to sleep 4 hours at night, I would still get after it. Like I would have this huge bubbling up feeling inside me that would just want me to get after it. And I'm going to share it with you. And I don't really see it talked about in any podcast or in any book that I've read. And it's very simple and it's very powerful that it will not only make you go to bed early, tired, and when you wake up, you feel energized and you want to get after it. But just a quick story about myself to give you a background what kind of a person I was. Because as I said, I used to sleep in very late, 12 p.m., 11 a.m., and I was so agitated. I did not exercise. I was addicted to gaming, to social media, to junk food. My mental health was just down the drain. I was drinking caffeine drinks all the time. I was gaming till 3 a.m. like before school nights or school days, and I was always just so moody and everything just went down the drain, and I was always so tired. Not only myself, like I was physically and mentally a wreck, but every time I started to optimize my sleep, I still woke up every day feeling tired. But all these things that I'm going to discuss, I've just done them, and they were very simplistic things for you to implement in your everyday so that you can feel tired when you go to bed, and when you wake up, you feel energized. And as I said, these are just the simplistic advice so that you can just digest them easily. But first of all, it is that I start my morning with a coffee, but only 90 minutes after I wake up. But there is this hardcore rule for myself that I have no caffeine 8 hours before I go to bed, because I've noticed, especially when I was taking 2 scoops of pre-workout 2 hours before my bedtime, because I used to go to the gym. I had to take 2 scoops to feel energized. Like I was sold this idea that I have to take pre-workout. And then I went to the gym and I did the workout, and then straight from the gym, I went to the bed, and I was always like, why can't I sleep? And when I got to sleep eventually, then I woke up very I was out of place when I woke up, and I was like, what is going on? And I really didn't realize. But the more I've noticed that even if I take a coffee, let's say at 3 p.m., I'm like, I feel very energetic. I feel very I just don't want to sleep. But try at least to not have caffeine 8 hours before bed, because there have been so many scientific researches done that caffeine consumed, I guess it was 8 hours or 10 hours before bed, it really does affect your sleep. So that's the first thing. But the second thing I noticed, that especially when I stopped being on a screen or a TV or in front of my phone 2 hours or 1 hour before bedtime, it really increased the sleep quality in my whole body, but it also made me fall asleep a lot quicker. And that is a great hack. Well, probably you've heard so many things not to use your bed before you go to bed, but really try. Just be 1 hour before bedtime. You just leave all of your electrical devices be, and you will notice a significant increase in your tiredness, in your sleep quality. And a quick hack is to just read. Just read a book, or if you have a Kindle, just read it and just not use a book. So replace your phone with a book. And the third thing is to go hungry to bed. This was something I heard on a podcast. I don't remember who it was, but when I always go to bed, I try to be hungry, because that just makes you feel like tired and you're like, well, let's just go to bed. And once you wake up, you're like, well, I just want to wake up because I feel hunger. But it makes you feel like, it makes you cooler, your whole body cools. And it makes you like, I don't know the science behind it, but it's cool. But also, well, the obvious one is to be in a cool and a dark environment. That is just self-explanatory. But a great way is to exercise during the day and just to physically expend your energy before you go to bed. Because when you work hard, you are automatically not only mentally tired, but you are physically tired and you just want to go to bed because you're so exhausted. And that is why I kind of love the quote of just work hard, because the harder you work, the more mentally tired you get, the more physically tired you get, the more easily you are going to go to bed. But of course, when you work too much, you're going to lead to burnout and stress and all of that. But you get the idea. But here's the biggest thing that makes you not only tired and not only excited to go to bed, but also get out of bed very, very, very early with this whole excitement of just getting after it. And that is to know your why. Why do I want to wake up early? Why do I want to get after it? Because I've now woken up almost a year straight, 4:30 every single morning. And that comes from a person who used to wake up at 12 p.m. or 11 a.m. And now I wake up at 4:30 because I know my why. Because when you wake up and you know your why, it could be an early morning could be for you, let's say 7 a.m. If that is early for you, amazing. But just know your why. Why do you want to wake up at the time you want to wake up, or that optimized time you want to wake up? For me, because I just want to get after it as soon as possible and I have nothing to do in the evenings. So why wouldn't I just wake up and challenge myself to get after it and to work on my business and to work on myself, to read. And it feels amazing, this deep sense of accomplishment when you wake up early. And when you wake up early, you feel this deep sense of like success because you've done something hard for yourself. Because waking up early, it isn't that easy. But once you start the day with such a big leap, what you're normally comfortable at, you feel like you are going to get after it. But especially when you know why, you have this deep burning desire within you that I wake up because, and insert your answer. Because when you have this true deep desire to get after it, your why, it could be that you are trying to break through in your music career, or maybe try to build your business, or to finish a book, or to study for your medical exams, or like whatever. But when you make it your priority to really study out for yourself, for you to just get after it, that is the why, that is the core reason why you want to wake up early, and that is the core reason why you want to wake up, or you want to go to bed early, or you want to feel energized when you wake up. You start to optimize everything around your why. And that is like the thing that is never discussed in any podcast. They are just optimizing your sleep. But I've noticed that when you put your why first, it could be your goal, your dream, but when you put it first, everything starts to build around that why. You start to optimize your exercise routines, your sleep routines, your consumption of alcohol or caffeine or junk food. Everything starts to get replaced with good habits because you just want to get after it. But start to plan and start to really map out in yourself. Why do you want to wake up early? Why do you want to wake up energized? It could be very simple answers like, I just want to be healthier, or you insert the answer. But I've noticed that the more I've gotten to know myself and my core why, I've always been able to just wake up that easily. Okay, I'm not going to say that easily. So then I use this technique. So after you've done your why, you have tried to optimize your sleep, then I use this 3-2-1 method. So when I have my phone on my kitchen counter, and when the alarm goes off and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So I sit on my bed and I look like I want to kill somebody. Well, then I just count down from 3, 2, 1, and I just rise up. I just go to my feet, even though doesn't matter how tired I feel, but I just force myself to wake up so my brain doesn't allow itself to overthink and to analyze. Why should you wake up? Like you feel like absolute poo. But then I just wake up, I go to my alarm clock, I put on all of the lights, and then I go to my restroom, and then I just start brushing my teeth and look at myself in the mirror with all the lights on like this, like, ooh, what's going on? But that forces the lights to go in your eyes, and then you are more likely to wake up. And the more light you can get in your eyes and the faster you can wake up, the easier it is for you to just then wake up and for you to start feeling more energetic. But that is also what I've noticed, that if I don't have a reason to wake up early, I'm not going to wake up early. So especially on the weekends, if I can rest and I don't have a plan for the day, or I just have a reason not to do anything, I'm going to go back to bed. It doesn't matter if I wake up at 4:30 and I go to the restroom and I put all the lights on. If I don't have a core reason why I woke up that early, I'm just going to go back to bed. So that is why it's so detrimental for you to know your why, because that is the thing that will get you up. Doesn't matter if you have slept for 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. It is that one core key thing in your life that you just want to get after it that much. It could be that, like, especially for men, it could be easily that you want a woman. Well, then you are going to optimize your everything, that you're going to read everything about how to get a woman or to go into YouTube, and you just want to get after it. Or if you want to build a business, woman or man, you just want to get after it because that is what you want. Or to, as I said, break into the music business, or to create a product, or go for a run, go to the gym, doesn't really matter. But if you have that deep core understanding of why do you want to wake up, then you are going to wake up. Doesn't really matter why. But that's basically it, how I optimized my whole sleeping routine, and for me to feel energized every time I wake up, would it be early or late. But it's a simple reason for me to wake up early, because I want to do the things that are important to me. But plan out your whole day. Just take an actionable step, that you would just take a pen and paper. You start to ask yourself, why would I want to wake up early? And you ask yourself 5 whys. So first you ask, why do I want to wake up early? You have an answer, and you ask why to that answer, and you just keep going down until you get to the root cause of why do we want to wake up early. And that's basically it. So I hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, just like the video and just leave some comments in the comment section down below, because I really want to hear your feedback. But whatever you might be going through life at the moment, you have to always remember that you are the diamond in your life.